Excellent. Welcome, everybody, to March's Business Masterclass. We're going to be talking about making the most of your membership, which is really important when you join an organization. You want to make sure that you're aware of all of the benefits and opportunities that you can take advantage of. I know many of us have probably subscribed to things and then we're like, oh, we didn't really use it, but we weren't really aware of everything that we could use. So today's a great event. My name is Laura Goldstein. I am the community organizer around here. I have my tentacles in many things. I usually show up as the host for networking, mastermind groups, for the business master classes. I organize events. I do all things, the emails that go out on Sundays and Wednesdays. So I'm all over the place. It's lovely to see all of you here today. Thank you for being here. Our featured speaker of the day is Camille, our CEO, our grand poobah, the brains behind the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. So I'm going to just hand this over to her. I'm going to let her talk her magic and explain all things membership. Over to you.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here. And okay, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on who I am, other than that I am the founder of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. If you're really curious about who I am, then you can wander around the website. There is a Meet the Founder page. You can also look me up on LinkedIn. I'm going to put my LinkedIn profile in the chat, so that makes it easy for you guys to find me. Um, if you're not on LinkedIn, that's fine. You don't have to be on LinkedIn. But I have a Zoominar somewhere that's about why I love LinkedIn and why you should too. So um, that's not today's topic. So let me just get back on track. Um, I will say there are a lot of ways to make the most of membership. And that being said, I also want to follow up some of what Laura mentioned with, uh, with people who aren't sure if they're making the most of membership, with don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just because you are not using every single aspect available to you today doesn't mean you're not getting value out of the aspects of membership that you are already using. And then when you get a chance, you add in and start using the other aspects of membership that are already included for you because it's already there. One question that comes up a lot in these is why I started the Holistic Chamber of Commerce, why I keep it going. So it's important for everybody to know that I started the Holistic Chamber of Commerce and I keep it going because this world we live in needs more healing and transformation. And I've got good news. The good news is we are making progress. Mainstream consumers are becoming aware of holistic health options and they want them now, right? People are now shifting from the what does my doctor prescribe to is there a natural health solution for this? So the questions have shifted a little bit. Now the questions are, can people find you? When they need you, your products and services, are you accessible? Not are you available? Probably you are available, but are you accessible? Can they find you? Can they figure out how to sign up for your service or purchase your product? That's where the Holistic Chamber of Commerce comes in. The other thing is At the same time, when you need support on the business and marketing side of helping and healing others, can you find aligned support? Can you find the business support professionals who get that holistic perspective? So, um, so we're going to jump right in on how you really intersect, right? Intersect with your business support side and also with the consumers who need and want you. It is a lot about visibility, and it is a lot about staying supported. Now, this is going to sound unrelated, but believe me, it's related. And so I'm just going to ask for a quick raise of hands. And you can either raise your hands this way or you can raise your hands using the Zoom hand raise. How many of you work out of a home office? Yeah, yeah, me too, by the way. Our team is fully remote, so we work from the East Coast and the West Coast. Um, so that's part of this whole deal, right? Nobody is going to drive by your home office and see a big sign outside that says whatever it says, local drugstore, local hospital, right? And got more good news for you. There is a whole online world out there that's going to help people find you anyways. Uh, that's why the Holistic Chamber of Commerce is here, is so you can really tap into that world without spending all your time there, right? Some aspects for making the most of membership are once and done, things you can do and they're done, and you don't have to worry about doing them again, at least not for another 6 months. And some of them are things that, you might want to do more often. So, first, let's go share that screen right there. Okay, so this is our main page, everybody. Somebody who goes to Google and starts typing in holistic, you know, whatever, and Holistic Chamber of Commerce comes up as a option. They're going to land here, and they're going to see basically two doors, two windows, if you will, one for consumers and seekers, one for holistic professionals. So we're going to, pretend we're that mainstream consumer who's like searching, looking, asking, how do I tap into holistic health options? So find holistic help right here. Easy peasy. We want them to get to the search directory. You'll notice the directory search is up top on the horizontal menu, so they can either go through that pathway or they can just directly come here from the front page. People can search for you by category, by keyword, by location. These are the three most common ways that people search, the most popular ways for people to search. Then they can also search by company, first name, last name, in case they've met you somewhere and they remember your company name, your first name, your last name. Okay, so going to also give you a tip if you are looking for holistically aligned business support, click on categories, and then what are you looking for? Advertising, marketing? Are you looking for business support services? Are you looking for website design and IT? Okay, now I do want you to notice the majority of our categories are for people to find holistic health and wellness options, from acupuncture, aromatherapy and essential oils, artists, all the way down to wellness centers, women, yoga, right? We limit this to about, I think we're at 30 or 35 categories now. If you give people too many options, they don't know where to go. there is a lot of statistical proof behind this. If you give people too many options, they don't choose, they go elsewhere. We want people to keep choosing you, to keep choosing holistic health and wellness. So, again, make the most of your membership. We are going to talk about your directory listing. I'm going to come down here. We're going to focus on Adventures with Camille. It's a good one to start with. I want you to notice that your website is linked from the very front search directory page. That's important. Search engine optimize based on backlinks and hyperlinks, right? And so the more we have links to you coming up, the better it is. So we've got one right here on this page. And then for people who click through to your profile, which you can edit, your website is again right here up at the top. You can link to your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, your Instagram page, and your YouTube page. And yes, we'll be popping in to where you edit your directory listing in just a second. But I want you to know that all of this is here for you to use. It is very good for your SEO. And also in the world of AI now makes recommendations. And AI, when they're doing a scan for who to recommend, they're looking at things like backlinks. They're also looking at memberships and certifications. So, and then also I want you to know that in your basic description area, you can put additional hyperlinks. So, if you are an Amplify member, you do have an extra section for additional web links. You have a photo gallery, and you can also add a YouTube video here. Okay, and now let's get logged into some of the fun stuff. Here we go into the member area. So you can update your directory listing. Right here, probably have a photo or a logo here. Edit your public directory listing. Come on over here and you will see a bunch of different sections. Personally, I think that your About section is probably the most important. You can edit the basic description, you can edit your tagline, you can edit your keywords. All you have to do is click on the edit button and everything shows up right here for you. And then you click save. Easy peasy. I recommend revisiting that once every 6 months, but it's really a once and done kind of item. You can also connect all your social media here. You have 4 directory categories. Make sure you're in 4 directory categories. They should make sense for who you are and what you do. But there are 4 categories I'm sure that you will fit in. Also, if you are working out of a home office, your address should say something like visit my website or call me at. You do not want your home address on a public directory listing. And look at your other directory listings as well. Out there elsewhere in the world, you don't want your home address on a public directory listing. You do want your city, state, or province and postal code on that listing because people do search by location. And so the city, the state, or province and zip code will make sure you're coming by location, right? A lot of people want to find somebody who is near them, close to home. Even if they're going to be seeing you, virtually in the virtual space, they still want to think that you're close to home. There's a comfort level with this person that I'm hiring understands me. They understand my location. They understand some of the strengths, but also the limitations that are going on in my city. So, all right, so that is directory listing. By the way, if you have questions, you are welcome to put them in the chat. At a certain point, if we have time, we will go over to the chat and answer your questions. Okay, now we're going to go back out to the front of the website, because another way to make the most of your membership is to make sure your upcoming events are on the member events calendar. We'll go back in the dashboard in a second so that you can see how to submit. But, right, these are both online telecall events, and we have in-person events. So whether you're doing something online on Zoom or whatever your favorite video platform is, or doing something in person, you can submit your events. The cool thing about these, and again, you've got more backlinks, because all of these listings have backlinks to whatever the registration website is. So that's there. And the other perk is that we are putting these events in our emails. So if you're ever curious, where do we find the events that we send out in our emails? Well, we find them not just the events that we're hosting and putting on, but the events that our members are putting on. So it is worth your time to go in, and again, this is a once and done kind of thing. I do recommend, by the way, if you're having an event tomorrow, you don't have time. If you're having an event a month from now, get it posted. If it's 2 or 3 months from now, all the better. Look at that. We have a Mother's Day retreat that's in May. Global Love Day is May 1st, right? So it doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. And marketing happens in advance, because most people, how many of you are busy? Most people out in the world are busy. They got family stuff, they got work stuff, or they've got business stuff. They're living their lives. Giving them advance notice to get on their calendar makes a difference.
Can I say something about events since we're on events?
Yes.
Okay. So in the member replay section, I did a whole other video on this, on how to make your event listing stand out. So I definitely encourage you to go into the replay section and look at that video, because since I'm the one that does the events, I see everybody's event listing. And you have to remember that the event listing it's a marketing tool. So people need to know what you're talking about. Think about your headline, like a title. I'll get like flow, what is it? Flow and connect. And I'm just like, what the heck is flow and connect? At first sign, like when you're looking at the event list, like right up front, you only see the event title. And if people are like, I don't even know what flow and connect is that like a yoga class? Is it, some other kind of networking thing? If people don't know what it is, they're not going to connect. See on here the how it just is like it has the title. So you want to make sure that your title speaks to what it is that you are giving to people. And you want to make sure that you include all the information. How much is it? Where is it? What are the benefits? You want to be complete, because if you're not, and you're like, oh, I'm posting my event, and it's just like, hey, I'm having this event, Flow and Connect. Yeah, it's in this area. Come join us. Like nobody knows what that is. So please just, my advice is to make sure it's complete, because when we put it in our newsletters and someone's interested, you want to make sure they have all the information, because if not, if they have to go and hunt and peck for it, they're not attending.
They
Um,
won't.
yeah.
They
So
won't. So here's the yeah. people won't go hunt and peck.
Mm.
Right. If they have to look too hard for the details, oh, okay. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to share this. I don't have a visual handy because I wasn't planning on sharing this, but I will just tell you, I received an email the other week. Somebody was doing an house, clearly an in-person event. They sent me a flyer, right, for their in-person event. Their flyer did not have the address on it. In your head, probably you thought the address was on it, whoever that person was, right? Or they made the assumption, oh, everybody knows where I am. Everybody I'm sending this to knows where I am. Well, no, actually, the goal is to be meeting new people, reaching new people, bringing them in, making it easy for them to say, yes, I want that. I want to be there. I want that product. I want that service, right? So sometimes you've got to think back to who you were before you found this great holistic tool, who you were before you became a hypnotherapist, who you were before you found the magic of Reiki or quantum therapy, who you were before you tried acupuncture or massage, and you didn't know what you were thinking of. You didn't know what to look for. I mean, that's one reason why we use the term holistic is it's a good umbrella term that mainstream consumers are starting to really search for, right? People are responding to it. And with that, they're going to find you. Okay, so we've already talked about edit your public directory listing. We currently have two great sections for finding the basic, most important things you're going to want to use. One is favorites, and the other is quick links. Now, I got to say, currently I have a preference for quick links because quick links has both submit an event and refer a member. For today, I'm just going to point out that if you know somebody who would make a good member, you can refer them right here under quick links. Item number 2, refer a member. But what we want to jump into is submit an event. So, right, here's where you're going to put the name of your event. Definitely have an image for your event. It does not have to be a full flyer. It could be your logo, it could be your headshot, it might be a picture of the location if you're doing it in a physical location. But our website is a fully white background to remove distractions and pictures pop. So we want people to see your picture to get their attention on your event. Event start date, start time, end date, end time, time zone. We're we are in fact around the world, um, and most of our members and most of our audience is in the U.S. and Canada. So, what is this time based on? Eastern, Western, I mean Pacific. Sorry, right? Mountain time, Central time. Um, Here's your website link. That's going to end up in a couple of places. You can pick a few event categories. This is where you're going to choose whether it's online or right in person. You're going to add an event description. Remember, all of these items, they're keywords and tag words that are feeding search engines and AI search tools. Um, That being said, short and sweet is usually good because you want people to click on your website and go to your website for full details, right? And then you can put your name, your email address, you should be putting your fees in the event description if you want people to know how much it's going to cost, because they're not going to pay through our website. They're going to pay through your website. Okay. Now, where are we going next? I think the next thing we're going to go and do is we are going to talk well, actually first, does anybody have any questions? We've covered a lot of ground so far. Yes, Christmas, you can use the HCC logo on our website and link to it. And we actually also have a member badge, member icon. So it's something that says Holistic Chamber of Commerce member, and I can send it to you. Actually, I can send it out with this afternoon's email, which is going to include the recording. So yes, absolutely. I'll send the recording and I'll send that member badge in this afternoon's email. Any other questions about the directory listings and the event postings? Okay, good. I'm just that thorough. I have been doing it for a while, so so it's a good thing that I know what I'm talking about. All right, now we're going to go back to the share screen, and we're going to talk about another way to make the most of membership. So one thing is we do have global event replays. You should be aware, and I'm going to tell you now in case you're not aware, the global event replays, this is a members only area. So non-members do not have access to these replays. By the way, I'll also give you a tip. We are planning on doing a new section here that is going to be videos for making the most of membership. It's in the works, coming soon. One thing to know about being in business, by the way, you're always tweaking, you're always fine tuning, right? It's not like, okay, I don't know if she's the best example, but it's not like Oprah Winfrey became a millionaire and stopped, right? It's not like she became a household name and she stopped. She kept going. You could say the same thing about Mel Robbins. You could say the same thing about a lot of the other gurus out there, right? Or frankly, you look at the big brands. Whole Foods did not become, $1 million store and then stop. They were like, how do we keep getting bigger? So fine tuning and tweaking is part of the game of helping and healing others. Okay, so now HCC events. You want to make the most of membership. We don't hold a ton of events, but we do hold enough events for you to really connect with your tribe. And you might be connecting with your tribe for cross referrals, or you might be connecting with your tribe for business support, or if you're working out of a home office, you might be connecting with your tribe just to get out of your head all the time, to get out of the sense of, oh, I have to do it all on my own, right? Because that can be lonely, it can be isolating, it can be overwhelming. So just come to the HCC events page and you will see our upcoming events, right? We're about to update this, right? March 3rd and March 10th are in the past, and we'll get that April 10th quarterly kickoff posted so that it's up and easy for people to find. I will also say for your website and what you're doing, looking at these things on your website as if you're not you, as if you're some person who found you through the Holistic Chamber of Commerce search, or who found you through Google or some other search engine, look at your website from that point of view. I would say you could have um, one of your friends look at your website and do a review for you. But most of our friends don't want to hurt our feelings. So they're not going to tell us always what needs to be fixed. Um, but you can, step back from I know everything I'm doing to what if a new person, a new customer, a new client, a new patient comes to my website? Can they find my upcoming events? Can they find my Facebook profile, my LinkedIn profile, my Instagram profile? And again, as if you are not you, click on those links because the number of times that I go to a member's website and find that those links are sitting on their website, but they don't go anywhere. I don't even want to write, you know, to do this. Okay. Wow. Any more questions? I think we may have covered all the key items for making the most of membership. I am also going to put in the chat right now, members can have a one-on-one call with me, and that is the sign-up link. Okay, on that note, I'm going to stop the recording.